Yo, targeted individuals. Hey, I just received some file. I got off the this may have been a bad idea, but at this point, um, hey, I mean, you obviously you care, but you're not going to just let these people get away with what they're doing. So I'm now going to school, about to enroll in a month or two to cybersecurity courses, and I am going to blow the lid off this criminal network in a matter of months, probably, and it's going to happen. They're not going to get away with. I'm not going to allow this. And actually, I'm thinking about turning this into a business or a company. This whole problem that we're dealing with, so that people can get their lives back. Lives are being ruined, but like I said, I just opened this file, and a lot of targeted individuals know this and see this kind of stuff. I just opened a file, and I didn't open it. I deleted it, and it said, "I see you, bitch. Setup in progress." And this was right after I got off the phone with Indiana Fusion Center, Indianapolis downtown, and I called them, and some woman, of course, answered, and I guess just keep applying that pressure. She said her supervisor would call me back. She wasn't very clear on what, she didn't even tell me, actually. And she said, I'm not telling you as far as police investigations go, what's going on or what we offer. I tried to ask her if they were hiring. And basically, they've got a gang network where they claim to be watching gangs. They claim to be, that this is another faction that I believe is involved with gang stalking. They said as a product of September 11th, 2001, which is obviously 9/11, they said we have set up this agency, the Indiana Fusion Center. It's telling you all this criteria that terrorists meet that are not even all terroristic criteria, which is a loophole that they use. It's not a loophole. It's not even legal. It's actually unethical, and it should be outlawed. But the criteria that they're putting on people to be terrorists and on terrorist watch groups, or I ran my name, and you might run your name through a terrorist or whatever watch list thing, federal database, and I showed up that I was on nothing as far as that goes. You don't have to be. That just confirmed. That is another confirmation that this has gone extremely covert, to the point where now they're hiding their tracks. They don't want to be found out because they're criminals. Okay, and they're paid actors. They're paid criminals. But they're also getting paid for several things, to damage your life in many different ways, to damage your life by lying to you, to leading you on to false expectations, to hacking your phone, to tampering with your vehicle, to drugging you. The list really goes on, and it leaves the targeted individual feeling like, and someone else said this, yeah, eventually almost all of you, after a certain extended period of time, are going to know for a fact that you are being targeted. And there's really nothing there's only so much you can do initially, but the smarter you get with this program, and the smarter you get just in general as a person, the older you get, the better off you're going to be, because the better off your protocols are going to get. You're going to tighten things up. You're going to say, okay, I'm not going to allow them to just manhandle me anymore. And you can't allow these people to manhandle you. These men and women they're trying to really manhandle you into situations, and they're trying to take away your freedom. And they've leveraged, like I said before, they've leveraged my criminal background. There's probably only 3 or 4 arrests on there when I was like 18 or 19. I'm 28 now. And some of you may be able to relate with this, where they've set you up on fake cases and false agreements, and they actually denied to give me the evidence and had me sign a plea on a what was it? on like a DUI or something like that. And I did that. Or it was something like that where it was a criminal, no, it was a criminal mischief charge all over a coffee cup. And someone tried to run over my foot. So obviously, yeah, I did do that crime, but the fact that they were trying to hide the evidence, the fact that I get a file today, and you'll get stuff like this, like it'll happen. It wasn't a text, but it was a message, and it was a file encrypted, I think. And it said, "I see you, bitch, set up and process." And like I said, this was directly after I got off the phone to go take a shower with Indiana Fusion Center. And I know that they're probably involved. InfraGard, I'll just list some formal places that I believe. And tell me what you think. Because feedback is very crucial on this topic, so we can work together here. But I am getting into cybersecurity, and I'm already kind of involved with it right now. It's more or less a hobby, because now you're trying to stop them, and the higher level of targeting that you're on, like the higher levels, you're going to have to get into tech. You're going to have to become tech savvy. It's going to be more than just putting up some cameras and some recording devices. I mean, they are making me go all out with actual device and malware and spyware and some of this stuff. They're able to just simply get around it, and they're able to encrypt files, data. It's all data. That's what any private investigator will tell you. It's all related to your data, but it's also spiritual, and these negative spiritual entities are doing these negative, of course, actions and interactions with you, to your face and away from you. What you've got to really worry about, if you've got the protocol set up ahead of time with the person-to-person, visible communicate, talking to them, and you can see them. What we've got to look out for, and we've got to catch on to, and we've got to get hackers involved with this, ethical hackers, is catching them online, doing some digital forensics, some digital footprinting of the residue that they're trying to delete, the evidence that they're gathering that is fake, that they're using. Also, there's two ways. They use people to collect the data, and they use bots. And what the bots do, I recently found out, is they will spread negative information about you or hack your social media accounts. They're known for doing that and ruining. That's how bots can ruin your life. That's one way. There's phishing emails, but this goes much deeper than just your neighbor next door being told that you're a bad person. This goes much deeper than just, that's why it is a conspiracy. And actually, conspiracy is a level 1 felony. So these people that are doing this to you are actually committing level 1 felonies. And they've got to have some real balls to know that what they're doing, they're asking to almost go to life sentences for what they're doing. The violation of the HIPAA law, the misinformation campaign that's involved with smearing you, and by smearing someone verbally and with agreements and disagreements, that is then going to ruin your life. And really, that's the information we need. We need proof, like actual, tangible, digital proof. May not be tangible, but we need actual, real facts, because no one's going to believe you. The police will say that's just hearsay. I was involved with, somebody hit me and ran, and this nurse that hit me, she did not get arrested. They did not even file a formal police report. They filed a haphazard police report in Indianapolis off of 86th and Ditch Road was where I was living. This happened on 86 and Harcourt Road. And I'm not so sure anything will happen from it because of the targeting campaign I'm involved with that is ruining. Well, they've tried. They're not successful. And right when I got kicked out of that house over there on 86, that it was a sober living, and I didn't even need to really be there. But right after, though, I got kicked out. There's this license plate that cruised by, and it kept saying "Victory, Victory," and that same license plate. That's with like the suggested messages on license plates. They do that a lot, or vehicles. They'll do that, obviously, or people. Like the message I just got that said, "I see you, bitch. Setup in progress." That's classic. That guy over there is a nurse. I know he's probably involved. I'm not saying he is, but then what are the odds? There's a lesbian couple that lives right there, a nurse that's involved with this. And a lot of nurses and doctors are involved with your stalking. So you really, really, really have to be careful what you're telling them. If they do get you in that situation where they're obviously violating the HIPAA law, they're obviously putting you in a situation where it's intended, all accounts necessary to ruin your life, to destroy your credibility, that is what they are doing. That is what they're doing, but we're going to need the proof that is gathered through cybersecurity and other forms of ethical hacking and coding and data reception, retrieving data. Okay? Because these people need to get caught. You can't allow them to think that they're going to keep getting away with these crimes. And with the physical, you've got to be careful because, like I was saying, and whatever your feedback is on what we do, yeah, there's protocol on what they're doing physically, but what they're doing, obviously, if someone gets too close to you and they try to hurt you, you have every right to defend yourself. With the other aspects of it, though, if they're going to great lengths to break into your car before, and you have no vehicle, like I don't have a vehicle now from all this, what you're going to have to do, and they made it look like a natural car accident on the side of the road. I think it was all staged. I had another vehicle where a guy tried, and you'll be in these situations, hopefully not. They tried to kill me a while back by flipping a vehicle in midair and flipping it 2 to 3 times, twisting, and landed. And then the thing landed on all 4 wheels. Not a scratch on me. The car was toasted. I mean, this was a miracle. Now the hit and run I was just involved with, where they hit me and ran, another miracle. They could have easily killed me if they wanted to. Easily could have if I didn't brace myself for that hit, I probably would have died. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have been dead right now. But they keep trying to make this look like an accident, and they keep trying to cover it up. So I can't find that file now. It may be in my email. I doubt it. It looked like they put it as like an attachment or some sort of file that they put in there. And it just looks sketchy. If I get it on here, I'll put it on here. And well, you know, the family members are obviously involved, and they'll never admit it's a criminal crime. What they're doing, they'll never admit. Like right now, the roommate I'm staying with is gone. Meeting up with my mother at 3 p.m. They've been meeting up a lot often, and they've been meeting up, and they don't usually do that. They don't. But what we're dealing with here is a serious terrorism. It's terrorism on Americans. On American terrorism. And some of these people are probably foreign too. Or they're just, they somehow got into America, or they're really illegal immigrants. But I'd say most of your people involved with this are actual Americans that are involved with terrorism. And they're getting paid. With that, I'm going to get off.